All right. We are back.
Rams house, baby.
It was almost the Bears' house. Almost the Bears' house. But yes, Brown Balls, we are back. Amit and Keneal. How you guys doing? This is I mean, this is like another bye week for you, so you probably just chilling. But Keneal was over there sweating his balls off because of the Rams.
Bro, I got it. Oh man, that thing is crazy. That game was crazy.
Yeah, but let's just start with that game. Honestly, that was probably one of the more interesting games besides probably the Broncos and Bills. But Rams against the Bears in OT. First of all, Caleb Williams in that fourth down that was insanity. He got out of the scramble, threw a crazy, touchdown pretty much, leaning to his right off of a scramble. That was insane, dude. To throw the game into overtime. And then he had a mistake in overtime to give the ball back to Rams, and they scored a field goal.
That's got to be the greatest pass.
That was insane. That's. I mean, again, I don't want to be hyperbolic, but that was almost Mahomesian. Like Mahomes makes those kind of plays, right? You see those.
Yeah.
And I'm a Tom Brady fan. Tom Brady. But even now, I would say Mahomes makes some insane plays. Caleb Williams did the same thing. So that was a really good game. I know Keneal was definitely sweating his balls off, especially after the Rams went 3-and-out in OT. He's like, oh, fuck. And you even said, you even texted our group chat, it's over, game over, we lost, all this kind of stuff. So, Mr. Keneal, we'll start with you first. You said Carolina was going to be the toughest team that the Rams play, and here you are, the Bears almost beating the crap out of you guys. How's it feel?
If it wasn't for that throw, I mean, we had that game kind of squared away, right? To be honest, they went on that 4th and 4, right? Whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
So that throw basically turned the whole game around, right? I mean, we kept up in check, right? I mean, Carolina, we gave up 30 points last time I checked. Bears, we gave up what? I want to say, what was the final score? Like 14? We gave up, or 20 points?
It was 2017.
2017, so we gave up 17 points. So obviously, Carolina took us to the brink all the way through, right? I mean, if it wasn't for that pass by Caleb, we kind of kept Caleb in check the whole entire game. Our defense, we made him throw 3 interceptions, and so our defense showed up. So I mean, for what I said, Carolina was our toughest matchup still, if we go back. So Bears put up a good fight. It was a snowy game. People thought we weren't going to show up. It was cold. We did. I do got to give it to you, Tapas. Yeah, I mean, Caleb, clutch player, man. I mean, I don't even know if Mahomes can do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, he just threw up a prayer. I mean, I don't think someone caught it.
To be honest with you, there's a big difference between what Caleb did and similar with CJ Stroud, right? What he did the same type of throw too. He threw an interception. I don't know if you saw that play. What I'm talking about, Tapas. It was in the second quarter. He threw up in the air too, and it's like where the
but let me ask you: Do you think he actually saw Cole? It was a Cole Kmet. Can I call it right?
Yeah, Kmet. Yeah.
Do you think he actually saw Kmet there, or he actually just threw it?
It was wide open, and because he had the same kind of play with DJ Moore a couple weeks ago against the Packers.
I think he saw one of his players. I'm know for a fact he probably didn't know who was down there. He knew somebody was in the corner, and he knew. See, the thing I liked about what Caleb did there is that, do you know what's the weakest thing about the Rams? Their secondary sucks. I know that. But the second weakest thing about Rams, all of their corners and safety are shorter than me, basically. They're 5'8". Mm-hmm. They're 5'8", 5'9". So the smartest thing what Caleb did was throw it to one of his tight ends, who's actually like 6'8", I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so if it was going to be a jump ball, Kmet still would have got that ball. I'll be guaranteeing you on that.
But yeah, why was Durant like 2 feet in front of him?
Well, he was going for, at that time, he was going for a push-off. Dude, refs are going to swallow their whistle, right, Tapas? You know that, too. They're not going to blow that unless it was really obvious. And, I mean, honestly, it was just a handshake and a hand check, and that was it. It wasn't crazy, dude. But alluding to your point, Tapas, the game, our defense kind of showed up, Our defense kept us in. Matthew Stafford didn't play well at all. He was pretty off. I think he was like 22 of like 48 or something. He was pretty off. And so our defense showed up, except for the end of the fourth quarter, that 4th and 4, and then beginning of overtime. And you were right, Tappers. I did say we lost because Caleb, all he had to do, because Rams went 3-and-out, right, in the overtime, and all Caleb had to do was what he was doing smart. Our defense was tired, and all he had to do was just check down 4 yards, 4 yards, right?
They got to the 50-yard line.
They were within field goal range too.
No, and Caleb, I don't know why he want to go for a 30-yarder when he could have just went for like a 9 or 8-yarder,
It was the second down, right? At that point.
And he threw that.
He could have just ran it.
And thank God. Tappers, right after I texted saying we lost, because I really think we lost that game. But then Cam Curl came up with the interception. And that basically changed everything, man.
And then that epic catch by Devontae.
So apparently the Bears were saying that it was a blown play by DJ Moore and also by Killen. So in this, I guess this change in play would happen because of the Rams and how they're playing. So I think Ben Johnson has said in this situation he wanted DJ Moore to cut to the right, but he was going to go for the end zone because he thought Kill was going to lob it up again and I'll score a touchdown like how they'd been doing. And because how Rams were playing, they didn't do that, and so that's why he threw it right where the Rams player was.
Yeah, because he did more instead of sprinting, he was just jogging,
Yeah,
and that kind of threw up the whole play.
Yeah,
which is crazy. But let me ask you, Tap, as a question to you guys. All right, if you're Ben Johnson, would you have gone for 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy. You know what? I would have too. I would have too. To be honest with you, straight up. What Seattle did?
He's from Detroit. What did Detroit do all of last year? Always go for the win. So what made him change his mind?
Do you know what changed his mind?
Reason...
No. Do you know what? Okay, go ahead, Tapas. You know the reason. Go ahead.
I think that because they had not converted in the 4th downs in the first half, so he didn't feel confident in that game that we'll get the short yardage.
No. Another explanation was that our goal line. I guess they went down the field and our goal line defense was good. And previously we stopped them on 4th and goal. Yeah. And so he changed his mind. He was like, I don't think we would have.
Yeah.
Usually he's very aggressive. He's very aggressive coach. He would always go for 2. Even the stats say if you're not the more like what do you call that, more favored team, you should go for 2 and win the game. But I guess because he just didn't have confidence in the team in the goal line.
Look, all in all, man, if it wasn't for that 4th and 4 Hail Mary kind of touchdown plus overtime, besides that, I think we kept Chicago in check. I don't think
you sound like a Packers fan, dude. This is exactly what the Packers said too. Oh, if it wasn't for the Hail Mary. Again, Caleb Williams, I said this to when they beat the Packers. He's done this to them. This is what he does.
But Camille, you're talking about having him in check, but it was still only a 1 possession game.
Right. He didn't go off on us like how people thought he would go off, right?
No.
Like if you look at the stats that he did against the Packers compared to the Rams, it was completely different.
What was the final score on the Rams?
2017.
2017.
So, I mean, keeping in check is basically he didn't go off for like 300 plus yards, right? He didn't go off for like 3-4 touchdowns like he did against Packers, right?
So you can say they kept Stafford in check too,
they did.
Right?
I just said, no, the Packers, our defense showed up, right? Stafford did not show up at all.
Yeah. Stafford had 4 sacks.
He had a horrible game.
A really
That's
terrible
why I started
QBR.
off saying that Stafford had a horrible game because Chicago played really good on him, They rushed him. You know what Dennis Allen did, man? Was so smart. They pressured Stafford constantly and they made him feel so uncomfortable, and so he threw so fast, and so I'm just happy for the fact that Cam Crow came up with that interception, and we're able to get out of that with a victory.
I mean,
that's all I care for.
If Stafford was scared of that pass rush, just imagine what's coming to this week.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can't wait, man.
What are your guys' thoughts about Sean McVay and his play calling towards the end of the game? I think he went ultra conservative again.
I did, man.
And he called himself outside. Like, it's my bad. I did some bad play.
He keeps on doing that, man. Like you had you're talking about the 4th down, right? I mean, fourth quarter when it was like, okay, so so I would have went for a pass. It was just to kind of recap. You're talking about the previous play before they scored that touchdown. Rams had the ball. It was 3rd and 6. It was on their. It was on basically on their side of like 30 yard or something, and it was like about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, or 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Dude, time was gonna stop in 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Yeah. Right. So why not just try to ice the game? Like if you get it incomplete, fine, whatever. But at least try to ice the game because I really feel that if we would have got a 1st down, then it would have been a completely different ball game, So
yeah. I mean, their running game was working, but he stopped rushing it late toward the end.
He went away from Kyren Williams.
2 touchdowns from Kyren.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, it was a good game overall. Again, I think
great game.
The Bears have overachieved a lot. They also pushed the Rams to the brink. In my opinion, this is a really good game. So I think the Bears have a bright future. And the Rams now, especially now that we'll talk about the next game, but now that the Bills are gone, this is the same now. It's like instead of Josh Allen has to win, it's like, okay, Matt Stafford, you have to win the Super Bowl. Like you are the best quarterback now for sure in the entire playoffs. You got to win this. There's no excuse for you, especially if you win MVP, which I think they're saying that he might.
Yeah.
So now all that pressure has gone over to Stafford. So it'd be very interesting. But this was a really good game. I'm very impressed by the Bears.
Yeah, Bears. Yeah.
What was your take on the game, Tapas? I want your feedback, bro.
I was sitting there. I was like, especially when Caleb was scrambling and I saw that throw, I literally shouted, and my wife was like, "What happened?" I was like, I mean, I was going for Rams, obviously, and then I was like, "This kid just threw an impossible throw, and they caught it. Now it's going to overtime." And I was just like, I was blown away. And then, especially once Rams couldn't convert their first possession to OT, I was like, "Oh, it's not good. They're not going to make it." But Caleb did. I mean, I think he got a little too confident. I wouldn't have thrown that pass for the interception. That was a very gutsy call on his end. I think he's trying to go for the home run ball. But you're right there. You might as well just take the small, short wins and just kick a field goal and win the game. Like no need to be a hero again. Just take the W. I think they had it in the bag. And they threw it away. Good game overall, though. It was fun to watch.
It was honestly, I'll tell you right now, if Bears somehow ended up winning that game, that would be like a throw, like how Kirk Gibson in baseball has been showing every single playoffs. That throw would have been like heard all around the world because I think that would have, if not the best, at least the top 2 throws ever in the playoffs.
For sure.
Because I've never seen that type of throw. Especially Caleb running 20 yards back. Like you're at your 20 yards, you're only like 40 yards to throw the ball.
He had to, because he couldn't take a sack on that 4th down.
No, but the thing was, it was like a Madden game. Like, you play Madden, right?
Yeah.
Like, you try to run away, right? You try to, like, do, like, run, and then throw the ball. Like, oh, my gosh. That was
that pass was even on point. The catcher did not even have to move. It was right in his arms.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it, man. Play. I still can't believe it. Wow. All
right. Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing. That play happened in Denver and Bills game. Same play happened with Devontae Adams with Chicago. They ruled that Devontae Adams a complete catch. The day before that got Bills eliminated and the coach fired.
Interception thing, right?
I want to get your take on that when we talk about that Bills game now. So let's go. Let's move on to that.
Yeah. So so Bills Broncos. This one also in OT. Broncos winning this, and unfortunately Josh Allen just could not convert in the end, and it was a tough loss for them. Honestly, I think this was a very good game. Broncos and Bo Nix, I mean, they showed up, but honestly, this was all on Josh Allen's fault.
Yeah.
He had some really bad turnovers, especially ending the second half where he had that fumble. I was like, "What? You have your arm out and you're just trying to run? What are you doing?"
That was the dumbest shit ever.
And then right away they have a 3 points and you push it to 10. So it's like that's a 6-point swing essentially. I was like, what do you like? So I just didn't understand his playmaking. I think he thinks he has to be Superman, so I think he ends up going all the way. But tough loss for the Bills. I think you and me, I think we all had the Bills going. Actually, I'm the Jags, but we all had the Bills winning this game. But yeah, this was a tough game to watch.
Bro, I was shocked. Go ahead, Amit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, you think that was a catch though?
Yeah, man.
His knee, I feel like his knee was down.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing. It should be a catch because it's not like where they both catch it and they both are standing up and then they fight for it and one guy takes it away. Like I get that, but it's like this guy was already coming to the ground, his knee was already down, and it looked like he still had possession. And I think I forgot what the commentator was. Was it Romo? I believe,
Romo,
yeah. Romo was like, that's a catch, and then I think the retired official was like, no, that's not. And Romo was like, that's interesting. That would be a catch any other day. Like, what are you talking about?
It's the same thing when the running back touches he's down by contact with his one knee and the ball comes loose. You call that fumble?
Like, it shouldn't be. Yeah, you're down by contact.
Your knee is on the ground. One knee's on the ground.
Yeah.
No, man.
So
but I think what the explanation came out to say was Brandon Cooks didn't have fully control of the ball with both hands.
But when you see the replay, you can see like he's not fumbling the ball. The ball's in his hand. He's going down.
But that was the explanation after the game.
Exactly.
He
didn't have full control.
That's why they compared it to Devontae, and they said that Devontae had both hands clearly on the ball with his knee down. That's why they count.
Yeah, I agree. I think Devontae play was very, very clear that it was a catch and he got down. But this one was, I can see where the gray line is. But in that situation, usually they give it to the offensive player. Like okay, that's down.
But honestly, as much as the Bills fans want to like cry about it, and freaking LeBron missed a free throw,
there.
But like, As much as Bills fans want to cry about it, it was lost by Josh Allen's.
Yeah.
Like I think he had like 3 fumbles or 3 interceptions, 5 or something.
So he had 2 interceptions, 3 fumbles, and 2 of the fumbles lost.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could say it's Josh Allen, but McDermott draws up those plays, right?
But I think Josh just threw some really terrible balls.
Yeah. Like you execute as a player. Like what type of thing? Like he was running down with the ball like not secure. Like come on, you know better than that.
You literally see his hand like way out here.
Like what are you doing? Like that's you interception, man. Like that. You don't do that. That's a
yeah.
So I mean, obviously Broncos win, and then they find out later on that Bo Nix somehow broke his ankle. And
it was party to the
I mean, now there's a conspiracy that
he's partying at the end.
She's actually fine, but they wanted him to start.
Wait, no, really?
No.
They say that the Pats have always lost to former Pat quarterbacks in the playoff.
No, from what I read was, so he sprained his ankle during the game. And then after that, he was partying in the locker room and he slipped and broke his ankle.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
They're trying, but Denver doesn't want people to know that he broke it while partying. So that's why they said the last play that when he went on, when he took a knee, that's when he hurt it.
Yeah, because like even in post game, he's walking around fine.
Yeah.
So like everyone's like, when did he injure it?
Because some Denver player, defensive player, posted a video in the locker room of them partying together. But the Denver Broncos made him take it down because they show Bo Nix jumping up and down.
It was because he looked fine. Like he
even
shook hands and like talked to Josh Allen.
How do you walk with broken ankle? Wait, with the last 3 minutes, remember he did a rush and he went and he slid.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's weird.
He looked fine.
He even
honestly.
shook. He even talked to Josh Allen after a handshake and everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that was questionable. Thing. But as a result of this game, Sean McDermott did get his job taken away, so he got fired. And somehow the GM for the team did not get fired, but got promoted as president.
Right? I actually just watched a video on this, so there is a big conspiracy theory they're saying. So McDermott went before the playoffs, went to the GM and told him that we don't have a good team enough to win the playoffs.
The roster was pretty bit shitty. Yeah.
And then the owner and them teamed up on him and said that this is what we're gonna give you. And they're showing the last 54 players that he drafted, the GM, only 2 are Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, 2 Pro Bowlers. After Josh Allen, they've only drafted 2 Pro Bowlers. Yeah.
But
I mean, I get it. Right? It's bullshit. I wouldn't have fired McDermott for this loss, but the last 4 losses in playoff for the Bills have kind of been McDermott's fault because McDermott is a defensive coach, and they've given up 30-something points to the Chiefs. Like they've given up so many points in the playoffs that like what do you expect Josh Allen to do, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a defensive coach, but when it comes to playoff time, his defense didn't show up, and so I get it, but. I mean, I don't know. I still don't know if you can replace it because this team is win now for sure. You know, like we said about the Ravens, they're kind of win now, but this team is built to win now.
It's like every year Bills are right there. Something always happens.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that was a pass interference at the end?
No.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, no.
Two pass interference in overtime was horrible.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back.
But
I think the second one was more clear, but the first one was not a pass interference.
But going back, is Josh Allen the new Matthew Stafford in the Detroit Lions?
Actually, no, because Bills have given him a team.
So did Detroit.
Matthew Stafford did too, though.
Detroit had Megatron. They had a good defense at one point.
But Detroit wasn't spending on him, right? They were only bringing some players. Bills have one of the highest payrolls for both on defense.
No, but like okay, but put it this way. Forget about what they put around him, but like not getting the job done. Like Matthew Stafford couldn't get over the hump in Detroit. Like even though he had a good team.
Is that the team or is that the players?
I mean, Tom Brady didn't have a great receiving core. They never gave him great receivers at all, and he still won 7 out of 10.
His defense was elite too, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Detroit was good.
They drafted the right players.
At one point, Detroit did win their own division too. You know?
Yeah, but like how we're talking about, like 2 Pro Bowlers out of 54 players.
I don't know, man.
I would say I don't think Matt Stafford made this many playoffs in Detroit, right?
You made 3 times. I think you made 3 times. 3.
Yeah, and this is Josh Allen's 5th, right? So I wouldn't say, but I would say he's more close to Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers always gets in playoffs. They're number 1.
Yeah,
but then he always gets bounced right before Super Bowl, in the conference finals or the division
actually
games.
Won his first or second appearance in playoffs, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
but
Josh Allen never just got over
I
the
think
hump.
Josh Allen will win one, but in the end, it'd be like an Aaron Rodgers kind of career. Like he's not. He's always gonna like. I was kind of there, but Brady kind of prevented it. Or actually, he's NFC, so it's not even Brady. But like same with Josh Allen and Mahomes. I mean, he lost 4 times to Mahomes. You can't.
Okay, put it this way.
It's like Karl Malone and
how about this? Is Josh Allen the new Tony Romo?
No.
Because think about it. Like Dallas put a good team. They gave him
Tony Romo was an MVP caliber player, dude.
He never comes up clutch. Like he makes those turnovers or something like that. You know, I don't know, man.
But honestly, I feel
think
like
about it. Think about it a little. Like they're right there, dude, and they just don't get over the hump. It all comes down to Tony Romo, right?
If they give Bills one receiver, just like
they
had Stephon Diggs, and he didn't. They had Stephon Diggs. He never got anything done.
Yeah, but that's just Mahomes. He ran into Mahomes so many times, right?
He's 1 game away from Super Bowl.
Yeah, but it's not because of him.
I mean,
but yeah, no, I mean, I think
and then Josh Allen didn't get along with Diggs either.
Yeah, this year's team, like, if you gave him someone like A.J. Brown, what are we talking about here? There's no shot they lose.
I always go back to sorry, man. I always go back to Tom Brady, right? Because what he did was remarkable, right? He had no receivers, man. I know people want to say Gronk. Gronk did not come to Patriots until after 2008 or 2011, whenever he got drafted. It was the latter part of Tom Brady's career. I'm talking about the first couple of championships. Name your receiver.
Yeah, I mean.
No one can.
That's the thing with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady didn't have much of a receiving team at all.
He still won Super Bowls, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like if you're good, you're good.
They did, and I'm always a Brady defender. I get that, but
Tom Brady, he had Gronk. He had an All-Pro.
No, before Gronk, right? Gronk came for his second half.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he came in the second half of the wins. The first half was all Brady and that defense, essentially.
Yeah.
But I think with Josh Allen, he's such a talented player and not necessarily a cerebral. Right? I think Tom Brady was always a safe, I'm going to make the right play. I'm going to get to the guy. Even if it's a 9-yard throw, I'll do that. Whereas Josh Allen's like, I'm going to go hero ball. I'm going to run this thing for 20 yards. I'm going to throw a 60-yard bomb, and I'm going to win his game. So, like, it's 2 different mindsets that they have. I think that's why, like, Tom Brady won because he's much more patient. He understands the game, whereas Josh Allen's like I don't know, like LeBron essentially, where like he's just using his talent and his like physical prowess to essentially win the games.
But can you wait with Tom Brady? He had a top 5 defense, right?
But
I'm just saying Bills don't have a top 10 offense or top 10 defense, so he can't rely on one thing, that to build strong.
Yeah. Yeah, this year they did not have a good defense at all. They had 0.
Honestly,
I mean that shows.
Like, is Josh Allen like a really good thrower that is showing that he's probably not.
He has a gun, dude. He has a
He has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
He has an arm,
does
he?
He needs someone to go out there and catch the ball.
But I think it's his like vision too.
Yeah. I think he gets a little too, especially when he turns the ball over.
Yeah.
I think it gets in his head a little bit. You can tell it bothers him. But yeah, this was a tough game. Obviously, Broncos, they go on, but they have to go against the next team, with Jared Stidham against the Pats, which would be interesting to watch.
You know what's crazy though? When Sean Payton got hired, one of his first moves that he wanted to bring in, who was it? The quarterback.
Stidham. The Lutz, right? The kicker?
No, this guy. The QB that's starting right now.
Stidham was his day one signing. Yeah.
He wanted him, and he went hard after him. Bo Nix was not in that plan because Bo Nix came because he was available at the time, right? He was in a draft, but Stidham was his guy. Like he signed because he didn't believe in Russell Wilson at all, and he wanted Stidham, And so I don't. Okay, look, the thing is this: I don't want Pats like Patriots to like relax because they. I'm telling you, dude, this is in Denver, right? And so people are giving Patriots all the
number
edge.
One defense.
I know Patriots giving like people are giving so much edge to Patriots, but like I'm telling you, dude, don't sleep on Denver, man. Don't sleep on Denver.
You can't, but like I don't know, man. Okay, I would believe in Denver, but at least if Stidham had one game to throw or something, you're just throwing him right into the pack, right?
He had 0 starts and 0 throws,
and that's what makes it so difficult for Patriots to scout the game because there is no film on Stidham in Denver, dude.
No, I mean McDaniel, this is his former
Patriots
QB.
hired him.
McDaniel loves to.
By the way, this guy was gonna be heir apparent to Tom Brady replacement. You remember that?
Yeah.
They drafted him pretty high.
Yeah.
So this is a full circle moment for him, man. I don't know.
Because honestly, like how much we're discounting the Patriots, right? But they just went and showed the number one defense in the whole league.
All right, so let's get into that game. I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, Pats beating the Texans 28-16. One thing I will say to kind of counteract what you said, Amit, was I don't think it was Drake May beating that defense. It was more like CJ Stroud
throwing interceptions.
Pats, here you go. Here's another fumble. Here's another interception. Here you go, sir. Please go down and score. So I think it was Nick Wright that said that. And I can name 31 other quarterbacks that could have won that game if it wasn't for CJ Stroud. He literally, we talk about Josh Allen making that team lose. CJ Stroud did everything he could to make that team lose.
His throws were somewhere. Even why you even throwing there? Like
what are we doing? Four interceptions in the first half.
Those throws were so
crazy.
God. You know what's funny? Even with 4 interceptions in the first half, they were still in the game.
They're in the game.
They were still in the game, dude. Like
they were right there. It was a very close game.
The only good throw when you throw it to Christian Kirk for that touchdown, that's the only probably decent throw he had the whole game.
Bro, that's why for me, I still don't have the Pats very high. I think, and it was probably spoiled, but I do think the Broncos will probably beat the Pats because that Texans defense made Drake May look pretty bad too. Like he had he had 4 fumbles, 2 that were lost, 1 interception, 5 sacks. Like he was pressured like crazy, and I feel like Broncos will do the same. But at least they have some sort of quarterback that knows how to play football. Unlike CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
That was an insane game.
I mean, Tappet, I know you were a little high on him, CJ, man, but I'm telling you, dude.
Bro, I don't know.
Honestly, his rookie season?
What happened? He had rookie
Did you see his rookie?
But he hasn't been the same.
Now all of a sudden he's
he hasn't been the same.
When was it when they had when was the year they had Stephon Diggs? They had
2 years
Nico,
ago. 2 years
and
ago.
That one other guy who got
2 years ago.
Last year, right?
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Oh, Tank Dell.
Sorry, last year.
Yeah.
Oh, Tank Dell. Yeah.
What?
That year was when Houston went to the.
What happened to Tank Dell, by the way? Is he injured for the year or?
Yeah. He tore his ligaments in his knee, all his whole leg. So he's out for 2 years.
That was like towards the end of last year, right? Where he had an MCL, ACL, all LCL tear.
Yeah.
It's a nasty injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously not having Nico Collins doesn't help either. But man, CJ Stroud, I don't know what happened to this guy. Would you guys have benched him in the half? Because he had 4 interceptions in the half.
Who's their backup? I don't even know his backup.
David Mills. He won 3 games for them.
He was 3
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, because you've been riding with CJ like the whole season, so I think you just gotta keep him.
I would have, because honestly, like, as much as crap we gave to Keneal about that Pittsburgh game, I mean, again, if it wasn't Aaron Rodgers and that crappy ass offense, they would have beat the hell out of Texans too. But because and even in that game, CJ Stroud was terrible. He had 2 interceptions, I think, and 1 fumble, something like that. So like back to back, like the last 6 quarters, I would look at him like, dude, you're terrible right now. You're gonna make me lose the game.
So a lot of people online are ripping into the coach of the Houston Texans, saying that like he's a really good defensive coach, but they do not know offense, right? So they said that most of the plays were drawn up by D'Amico Ryan for CJ to throw those balls.
But yeah, I mean, I believe that. But did you see the ball that CJ threw? Like they weren't even like close to that player. Like it's one thing to not have a good play, and then obviously there's miscommunication. But like CJ was throwing it to the actual defender.
Yeah,
I hate this thing of like when a coach is good in defense but not offense, or good in offense not in defense. Dude, but I understand all that. So D'Amico should hire a better offensive coordinator then. Like for example, Sean McVay sucks at defense. He hired good defensive coordinator. He's an offensive genius, right? So same thing with Seattle's coach, right? McDonald. He's a great defensive coach, right? Even though he's a head coach, he's a great defensive coach.
Kubiak.
But he hires a really good offensive coordinator that can
Kubiak,
so this is where it comes. Like you're supposed to hire a right guy. I don't know, man. I just hate the fact that you have CJ, who played really well rookie year, then he has been nowhere to be that level,
but,
So
now he's a free agent. Is Houston going to pay him this year, or just franchise tag him?
Yeah. If I was Houston, I would try to get what's his face, Mac Jones.
Oh yeah,
right. I think that'd be good. He's not a turnover machine like CJ Stroud is.
I agree.
All right, and then the last game was Seattle against the Niners. We're not going to really talk about it. This was a complete blowout. I mean, which it should have been. Which as an Eagle fan, somebody who is an Eagle fan, they should feel even worse about it because this is the team you lost to. I think I'm embarrassed by Seattle, but Seattle looked good. Honestly,
I think it's right with the opening drive. We had that punt return. At that point, it was game.
Yeah. Because Sam Darnold didn't have to do anything. Kenneth Walker pretty much did everything by himself.
I mean,
we had
94-yard return. Come on, that game's over, dude.
I think we had 17 points off of defense. I think they scored that game.
But I think the big loss for Seattle was it was a Charbonnet, right?
Charbonnet, that's huge.
Yeah, that's ACL, man. That's
no, but like just for this game because he's different than Walker because he comes in. He's more of a speed runner. Walker's more of a bang guy, so it changes up. Like
Walker gives those big plays. Zach Charbonnet's for those little 5-10 yard.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be huge, man. But again, this game was over in like the first 10 seconds when Shaheed or whatever his name is had a 94-yard return.
Yeah.
Okay.
That game's over. Ball game right there. Like they don't want to show up today. I mean, dude. Like you said, Seattle. It was a bye week for them, man. They won easily.
Yeah.
Didn't have to sweat at all, So it's good.
All right. Let's get into predictions for this weekend. This should be fun. We'll start off with the Pats against the Broncos. Pats are favored by 5.5 points, probably because of Bo Nix not being there. But as I said before, I think Stidham's gonna. Stidham, if he just plays good football, doesn't have to be out there throwing 300 yards. But if he gets 150 yards, 1 touchdown, no sacks, nothing.
And let his defense carry him.
And exactly, and let the defense carry. I think Broncos win this game.
So you're going for Broncos?
I got Patriots in this one.
So I'm just like you, Tapas. Drake May didn't show me shit against Houston. It was CJ who was giving the ball to Pats to go score. So. And this is gonna be in Denver, man, and they're gonna be rocking, that stadium, man, and their defense is gonna show up. This is gonna be such a low scoring, depressing to watch kind of game ever, dude. I'll be surprised if this game even goes over 10 points. I think it's gonna be 7-10. And I do pick Broncos to win this game. Like you said, if he just makes timely throws, it's gonna be run heavy kind of, scheme,
Mm-hmm. And then J.K. Dobbins is coming back this week.
Yeah, he's coming back. Okay, that's good. And so more like, just kind of like check down kind of throws for, Stidham, that'll be good. Yeah. So I do have Broncos winning this game, man, going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. All right. Here's a big one. Rams against the Seahawks is going to be in Seattle. Seattle is favored by 2.5 points. I am sure I already know where you guys stand, but let's go for it. Amit, where do you stand with this?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but Seattle will take it at the end.
All right. Keneal?
Hey, man, I feel this is going to be... I think both teams going to combine to score like 70 points, 80 points.
You think it's going to be a shootout?
It's going to be a shoot. No defense in this game, man. I know Seattle's known for their defense, but I do feel that this is just going to go back and forth. Two high-powered offense coming in. I mean, I know number one offense Rams, number one defense is Seattle. I get it. But Seattle can also put up points too. We saw that. I think it was, what week was it? It was like, I think week span from week 13 through 16. They blitz like all those teams like 50-0 or something. Like it was crazy. Seattle can put up points, but I will tell you, man, this is actually gonna be this is supposed to be a Super Bowl right here. Super Bowl.
This is the Super Bowl match.
This is Super Bowl right here, man. It's gonna be a great game, man. You have number one offense versus number one defense, right? I was telling you, let's see who prevails. It's gonna be the offense or the defense.
What's crazy? The season. Rams 57 points, Seattle 56. Rams threw for 830 yards, Seattle threw for 829.
Damn.
And Rams are number one scoring offense, and Seahawks have the number one scoring defense.
So do we have any kind of like bet in this one?
We do have anything a bet. So we have a bet right now. So it's so funny. Okay. So when both of our teams made the playoffs, right? Before playoffs even started, we didn't know if both teams were even gonna face each other, right? So we had a bet going. So we have a jersey bet. So the loser has to buy the winner whatever jersey he wants, like for the football, like his team, and also take him out for dinner. In our case, we love Julio's in Artesia, right? So,
oh God!
But the thing is this: the loser has to wear the other team's jersey, and also post it on the story of his Instagram saying that this is the best team, and gotta wear that jersey and rep it, you know. So that's our bet. So it's pretty hard. Right. It's pretty harsh, you know. So can't wait for that, you know. So that's what I. So there's a high stake in this kind of.
That's be awesome, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah. So
we gotta post it on Brown Ball's IG too when that happens. But
who do you got, Tappers?
You're the tiebreaker,
right,
man.
So
you're the tiebreaker. Come on, I want to hear this happen. You can't give me your no. Right, hold on. You can't give me a pick. You gotta break it down and then give me.
Yeah. Okay. So my heart is saying, and I have said this since the beginning, it'll be Rams in the Super Bowl. But in the last 2 games, Matt Stafford has not looked good. And Matt Stafford is the engine of his offense. And the defense that Matt Stafford has faced, he hasn't faced any good defense honestly, until Seattle. This would be his test, right? So he struggled against Carolina, and they don't have one of the best defense, and they struggled against the Bears, Chicago, right? And with that being said, something about Sam Darnold, he's a wild card. I feel like this is a game where Sam Darnold will go off. It's going to be a very, very close game up until the very end, and the Rams will win this game.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Just because, you know, I honestly think it's going to be like the last game we saw against these 2 teams. It'd be like that. That was one of the best regular season games I've seen in a very long time. That was an incredible game. I want the same kind of game again, and I think we're going to get it this year. And you guys are right. This is a Super Bowl game. I don't care who wins in the AFC side. This is one of these teams that wins the Super Bowl. I think the Rams win in the end, but the Seahawks have my biggest attention. They are legit.
So like I was listening and stuff. So Mike McDonald, he loves watching film. Yeah. So he took what's his name?
Sean McVay.
Sam Darnold to the side and showed him week 3 videos when he had 4 interceptions. Was it week 3?
Yeah. It was week 3 or 4.
No, week 6.
No, week
right?
6, yeah, something like that,
yeah. Week 6 when we played him. He had 4 interceptions. He showed a video of all those interceptions where the passes are going wrong. And I know for a fact they've been studying like crazy how these Rams are.
Look, man,
because Rams don't have time to prepare for Seattle.
I think the only way the Seattle has any shot is to do what they did last game, which is don't make Sam Darnold be the reason you win. Let everything else be the reason. The defense and the running game. Let that take over. And then Sam Darnold, you just don't get us in trouble. That's all we ask of you.
Kenneth Walker has to come up with no Charbonnet now.
But
all on Kevin.
So now looking back at it, I mean, even though I was so pissed that we lost the division, we lost to Seattle, the way we lost, we were up 30-16 by 14 points with 9 minutes to go. Just like the Panthers, right? I was like, now looking back at it, I'm glad we lost like a regular season because we remember that shit, right? So losing in that fashion to Seattle, Rams have that bad taste in their mouth. It would have been horrible if we would have killed the Seattle in that second game, you know, then we would have been overconfident that, we took care of them at home already like that. We could do it again. Now we know that we lost. That was such a heartbreaking loss on Thursday night football that Rams remember the way they lost. Like my brother.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that earthquake in Seattle? What just happened?
So my brother asked me. So my brother asked me earlier today, right? Are you nervous about this game, right? And I said that I was actually more nervous against the Panthers because we were heavily favored, and then also against the Bears because we were going to be playing in the snow. Last time we played in the snow in the Eagles, we lost that game. I was more nervous with those 2 games than this game coming up because Seattle's not heavy favorite, but everyone's picking them to win this game. You know, all the analysts and experts are picking Seattle to win this game.
Yeah.
Second is that Rams still have that bad taste in their mouth. And they know that the Rams were about to blow them out without Devontae Adams. He didn't play that last game, and we lost that game, obviously. But I'm just saying now we have Devontae in our offense, and so which is going to be more critical for us. So I'm more actually, loose for this game, and I feel very confident that I think Rams. And the one thing I before you continue on with the one thing I compare, one thing I told my brother is that when you play the wild card game or when you play a divisional game, Super Bowl is still a little far enough, right? But when you play a championship game, when you have Duncan in the Western Conference Finals, when you have Kobe in the Western Conference Finals, you have Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game, you're one game away from a championship Super Bowl. they're going to show up. They know that if we win tonight, guys, we're going to where we actually wanted to go, which is Super Bowl, the next game. So they're one game away from heading to Super Bowl.
Isn't that the same thing for Seattle, though?
No, because you got to understand. No, I understand. No, it is same thing. But I'm saying Matthew Stafford is one of the like I don't want to say like top 10, but he's gonna go down as like top 25 QBs of all time, or top 30 QBs of all time, and he's like really good, right? And he's not gonna get another shot to go to Super Bowl. He knows how hard it is to get there, right? And so I think he'll get his group ready to go. So I'm very confident in the Rams to win this game. Go ahead, Amit.
No, honestly, like I said, there's too much chatter in Seattle winning. That's why I feel like
it makes you nervous, right? Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it makes you nervous. Like honestly, it's Seattle's the heavy favorites, and everybody just saying Seattle's defense. Now they have to show up. It's not like we can't go under the radar. Like Rams can go easily under the radar because they've been close games every week, right?
Yeah.
So after what Seattle did to Niners, they're gonna expect like a punch straight out of the pocket, right away. And then, but one thing I'm glad is we have Cooper Kupp. He has that championship experience to bring to our team. He can rally these guys, and him, the voice in the locker room, is gonna help a lot.
Yeah, and he showed up against the Niners. Yeah, that was the first sighting of Cooper Kupp we've seen in a long time.
And it's crazy, right? The Rams let go of Cooper Kupp, and now they're facing each other to go to the Super Bowl. Man, what a great.
Cooper Kupp is the perfect veteran to voice in the locker room to control that team.
Can I take a moment of kind of painting the picture of how two LA teams are so similar in their playoff run? The Dodgers and the Rams this year. So Dodgers actually was winning the National League the whole time, number one team in the National League. And they were going to get their first, number one team in each league. We're going to get first round bye, right? And then Brewers came out of nowhere in the second half and went off on a 60-10 run and got the overall number one seed. Brewers were basically the best team. And Dodgers struggled towards the end of the season where they had to actually go and play a wild card game, where they didn't even imagine they were going to play a wild card game. They played Cincinnati in the wild card game. Cincinnati played really tough on us. Then Phillies played really tough on us. I wasn't sure we were going to escape Philly because Philly was a better team. They had home field as well, too. And then we're going to face the Brewers. Brewers were steaming through the National League playoffs, and they were on fire. And everyone said, Brewers, I don't know how Dodgers are going to beat Brewers. They have home field. I told you, Tappers, as a Dodger fan, they were one series away from the World Series. Mookie Betts knows they're one series away from the World Series. Yeah, I understand wild card, and also for them, second round it was too far for World Series. But when you get to that one series before Super Bowl or World Series, those veteran players are like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna be in Super Bowl, So it changes everything. So I do feel I'm not saying Rams are gonna blow the Seattle Seahawks. I'm saying that they're gonna play more loose than they did against Panthers and Chicago.
Yeah, but can you look the difference? Like, right, your defense is very young. Right?
Yeah.
Rams defense is all rookies, right? And Seattle has Dexter Lawrence, and then we got Leonard Floyd. We got those veterans on our defense who've never even been in this situation, who want to be there, right?
Yeah.
Your veterans are on the offense. Our veterans are on defense.
Yeah.
So you could say it both ways, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that's why I think it's gonna be a very, very tough game. It can honestly go either way. I think that's why for me it's gonna be a very close game. I think the whole thing around if it's a veteran like Matthew Stafford to be ready for it, I don't think that's true.
Honestly, we need to take not Cooper. What's his name? Puka out of this game, man. This guy he's tortured Seattle
hard
both
to do.
games.
That's the thing, but no matter what you do, it's so hard to get Puka out of that game because he's such a physical receiver. He'll find a way to get open, and then that his yard after carry is even insane. I think the best thing is to try to get Devontae out of the game. Devontae is more likely you can take him out than Puka.
Honestly, I'll tell you the recipe. If Seattle wants to win, Rams secondary, their special team is horrible.
Yeah, JSN's going crazy.
If they can make our secondary work and our special team, dude, you guys will take care of us. Trust me, man. That's
the thing, right? Sam Darnold's been so scared of your guys' pass rush both games. That you don't give him chance to throw.
The Rams are the boogeyman for Sam Darnold, man. I feel so bad. He looks so scared against the Rams,
bro.
So maybe this is his game.
I don't know what it is. He only picks it up in the third or fourth quarter. Both games that they played, the third or fourth quarter, he picked it up.
All right, so pretty much, it'll be. I mean, I think it'll come down to the wire, but should be a really good conference championship weekend nonetheless. With all the season ending, I do have a couple questions for you guys, and I'm interested to hear what your takes are on this. So obviously we have the Bills are out, the Ravens didn't make it, the Chiefs didn't make it, and the Eagles lost first round as well. Of those 4 teams, in your opinion, guys, whose championship window has closed?
Repeat that one more time. So sorry. Repeat that one more time.
So between the Ravens, the Bills, the Eagles, and Chiefs, of those 4 teams, whose championship window do you guys think is realistically closed?
I would say the Ravens as of right now.
Chiefs. They're done.
Ravens, okay.
Chiefs, because Chiefs, Mahomes will come back.
No, but like means that they gotta retool now. They gotta get rid of all like Kelsey and all those players. Mahomes is out for at least next year. He's gonna come back another year later. So their championship window that they had was done. Now they gotta do what Patriots did. Remember Tappers? You remember that 3-year run that when Brady tore his ACL or whatever he tore or something, that 2 or 3 years Patriots were done, and they retooled. That's when they drafted Gronk. Remember that?
No, but then the Chiefs have really good young receivers. Rice, Worthy,
dude. Rishi Rice
didn't do much for them.
Rishi Rice could be a number 1 option.
No, Tabbas, you think he's could be number? No.
When he came back in week 6, he was averaging over 100 yards every game.
On a good team, he's the number 2 or 3 option.
I think that's what they were hoping, but when it came down towards the end of because the last few losses that they had, they only scored like 10 points, 13 points. Yeah. So like they couldn't get the offense going, even with Rashee Rice and all those players. But likely they were all out there, right? So like, yeah, for me, I feel like the Ravens with Harbaugh leaving, I think their window has been pushed back more.
And then Derrick Henry's he's not getting any younger.
You got to rebuild that entire the defense sucks. Lamar's going to be there for a while.
But what they did a mistake is they gave an extension to Mark Andrews. That means maybe Isaiah Likely, who's a really good tight end, is probably going to end up leaving because.
But Derrick Henry is still in his prime, right, Tappers? He's still in his prime, right?
He's 33. He's kind of out of his prime.
I mean, he's still there, right?
He's on the tail end, yeah.
Yeah, tail end, right? Where you can still like make a playoff run or a Super Bowl run next year with Lamar Jackson and
Mark Andrews is done. Like you've seen Mark Andrews.
It's not like Kelsey who's like out of the whole thing, and then they have no running backs, that they can do with anything, So I mean, I do feel
you're saying that Kelsey by the time like Mahomes is ready and like 100% again, Kelsey might be retired already, right?
He's done.
And maybe Andy Reid too, or you think he sticks around?
He'll be somewhere else. He won't be with.
He's the oldest coach in the game, no? He's the oldest coach, right?
Yeah.
Is he the oldest? Or?
Oh yeah.
No, what?
Yeah, he's oldest.
Oh no, after Pete Carroll, yeah.
Oh yeah, Pete Carroll's fired.
Pete gone now.
Yeah. No, I think Harbaugh's older.
No. Andy Reid's no. Andy acts older, but I do. And right. A good receiver out there. Reid. If they can get good,
who Ravens? Yeah, I mean, but Mark Andrews is done.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why they gave him.
But I mean, I mean that's fine. You can always get rid of the contract.
But the thing is, Ravens don't like spending a lot, right? They like spending on defense, right?
Yeah.
So they brought in what's his name, DeAndre Hopkins, after his prime was done, right? Yeah. They thought he could be a difference maker. He wasn't.
I actually so I think Kenny makes good points. Like the Ravens, even though they may not win a championship. Right. I think they still have a good chance to win their division because Tomlin's out of Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, they're not going to do anything, and then Cleveland's Cleveland. So like even out of default, I think the Ravens will be back in the playoffs, but I don't think they'll be contenders. Like you can still expect Mahomes when he's back to be a contender.
Yeah.
And the Eagles,
when you put healthy Lamar and healthy Derrick Henry going to the playoffs, you don't want to face them. I'm sorry, you don't want to face them.
With that defense
right now, I think they can. I honestly think Bengals will win the division next year.
No, dude, I don't think Bengals.
I don't know how Bengals would.
There's too much chatter about him leaving. They're gonna finally do something to keep him, happy.
What is your guys' take on this? There's a big rumors around the league right now that Ravens will entertain the conversation to trading with Raiders for the number 1 pick.
I heard about that.
I honestly, if I'm Raiders, I wouldn't do it.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I mean, as a Raider, I wouldn't do it because Raiders, all their people they have on that team are young pieces, right? There's no way with Lamar coming in and he's gonna get an extension. Raiders are gonna dip into their cap space. You got a rookie under contract for 4 years, and you can build your way through the draft and sign people.
But Raiders are always they always go for those crazy ass additions, right?
Home run
hitters.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
No, but would you do it, Kenya? Would you do that trade?
I mean, if y'all honestly, the way I look at it, man, the Rams had an opportunity and they did, right? With Matthew Stafford. I mean, if y'all a league MVP who's available.
Yeah,
I would do it.
But they had the team around him,
exactly.
right? Like
That's
they
that's
gave
the
Stafford
issue.
a
That's the
team.
thing. It's like the Rams were good in everything else
I
besides.
mean, you gotta understand the Raiders have cap space, guys, right? So
yeah, Raiders have to, but you bring
if they hire right personnel, they can build this team. Look at what Chicago did overnight. Like Chicago sucked last year, but they can build a team around Lamar.
Having your QB under a rookie deal is different than having Lamar's up for an extension.
I
right?
understand.
And he's gonna command
I
more than
completely
70,
understand
right?
that. Yeah, I understand that team friendly rookie deal. I understand that. But if you have a league MVP available in his prime right now, I would think about it, because think about it. Raiders don't even get their number one first round picks right. How do you know Mendoza's going to be the right guy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Tom Brady now.
Mendoza might be, dude.
No. I know. I'm not saying he won't, but I'm saying, Tappers, you know how it is. When you get drafted into the wrong organizations and they don't put up a nice team around you, you're gonna suck. You might.
Yeah. Or
like Raiders are building a nice foundation with Bowers, Austin Genty,
that's the
and then
only
you
guy
take
they got
Fernando
right.
now.
No, besides Genty, I mean, I don't even think he's okay. But Bowers is a good player, and I don't think he was a first round pick. He was like I think second or third round pick.
He was their 13th overall.
13th, okay, fine, 13th. But that's the only guy they got right. I mean, think about the past history. Their number one overall pick, Darren McFadden, Jamarcus Russell.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Look, Russell,
Gage,
Jamarcus Russell won. I think he did. He did win Heisman, or he was the finalist for Heisman. He played really good for LSU, and people had so much, promise on him, right? And he stunk it up because you got drafted by the wrong team, you know. So I'm not saying Mendoza's gonna be bad. I'm saying.
Who's that guy, that quarterback that decided to go back to college because he didn't want to get drafted by the second worst team, whoever they are?
Oh, Oregon's QB, I think.
Oregon guy, right? Yeah,
Oregon. He went back to college because he didn't want to get drafted by someone.
Stupid, right? You get guaranteed money, dude. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like the Raiders are gonna take Mendoza because Tom Brady was there, and even Mendoza
Davis
was
there.
like saying LFG, game, all that kind of stuff.
Did Raiders hire coaching? No, right?
Not yet. What do you?
And then so my
go ahead. Go ahead, Tappers. I'm done. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you the second question, but you finished the thought.
No, my thought was finished. I was gonna say something else too.
Okay. So as I mentioned, we talk about teams that the window has closed. How about for a team that's window may have opened up? So between the Bears, now maybe the Giants with John Harbaugh. I can't think of anybody else, but which team do you guys see?
Patriots.
Patriots. Okay.
Patriots
or Houston if they get rid of CJ Stroud. Of those teams, do you guys think their championship window may have opened up?
Chicago, man.
I mean, Chicago for sure. Giants, if they can get their team healthy, and it all depends on Neighbors and Scatabo if they can, and then if they add pieces around them.
Yeah. Honestly, man, like.
But I'll tell you one thing, Tapis. One team that's look out for that's young and he's gonna start is Chargers with the Mike McDaniel.
No, but you can't. They've been good. They just haven't. They haven't like.
But dude, they got two now. I don't know about Keenan Allen, but dude, if you put Quentin Johnson and Lyle McConkey, they got legit.
No, but they should be good this year too. They just, I don't know what's with what's his name, Herbert. Like he just can't produce or something, man.
He had a broken hand, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You gotta give the kid a break.
But McDaniels is a great hire.
It is a good hire.
I think they're gonna be one of the best teams.
Very well.
They're gonna be a 13-14 win team next year.
I know they had him going to the Lions. I don't think Lions was a bad fit for him. I think
Eagles were interested in it too.
Shit.
Eagles
went a bit because Tua he needs a long ball thrower like a Justin Herbert or Tua, not somebody who's scared to throw the long ball like Jalen Hurts. So like it wouldn't have mattered. Honestly, if you went to Eagles, I think Sirianni would have been like, "Shit, I might get fired, and this guy's gonna take my spot." That's what would have happened.
It would have been like that, right? So
yeah,
but
in this situation, I think him going to Chargers was actually a very good move.
I think they're gonna win like 13 games
especially with the Chiefs not being good. I think Broncos, depending on how bad Bo Nix is, they may also struggle. So they may also be able to. The Chargers might be able to win that division.
Yeah.
But going back to your question, Tappers, I do think Bears, man.
Yeah. Bears,
their windows has opened up, man.
And the thing is, like all their players are still under rookie contracts.
They're young, and a young coach, dude.
They can keep spending money on their defense.
Can I say one thing though, man? Giants hiring Harbaugh, I feel that wasn't a good move at all.
No, why?
Is it because of the owner thing?
Yeah, that coming out was horrible. Do you know about that, Tappers, or no?
No, I haven't.
So basically, Harbaugh. Go ahead, Amit. Go ahead.
Go
You know more about
no,
it.
go ahead,
You're
go
the one who
ahead.
explained to me. You explained to Tapas now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So he had so the GM approached him to hire him, but Harbaugh said, "You know what? I don't want to report to you. I want to report directly to the owner." And so the GM was caught off guard. So what Harbaugh's agent did is call up the Titans. Hey, we're still interested in you because we don't know if New York's gonna work out. So the owner's brother, because the owner for New York Giants has cancer, so the owner's brother met with Harbaugh secretly at a restaurant, and he told him, "Hey, what kind of stuff do you need? This is it." So Harbaugh laid out a plan. Look, I'm not saying I'm not gonna report to the GM, but I don't want to answer to him. I don't want any calls from him. I want calls directly with the owner. And he took it back to the owner, and then the owner said, "Okay, fine. You don't have to deal with the GM. You're gonna just deal with me directly."
So yeah, see, I feel before that, I still thought this was a bad hire, man. If you look at the trend that's going on right now with NFL, man, look who's in the playoffs right now. Seattle, right? McDonald, right? Who was a coordinator in defensive coordinator, young coach with a young team. Perfect. Look at Sean McVay, right? Got hired, right? Youngest coach for the Rams, right? He was like offensive coordinator for 1 year. Yeah. And like Vrabel, right? Who actually went up the thing, right? He was a young coach. Yeah, Ben Johnson, right? So you have a young team like Jackson Dart. I'm not young team. Yeah, young team with Jackson Dart, Neighbors, and Scadaboo, right? They're all young players, right? Why would you want to bring a coach who needs to win now? Meaning like you have to start winning, you know? And so why not bring a coach that you can grow with? And also get
there isn't
promising young coach.
There isn't one of these young hot shots right now. There isn't.
Look, honestly, man, I'll tell you right now.
But they tried that, right?
Look, Salah was a really good coach that they passed upon. I'll tell you, even the guy that Chargers hired as offensive coordinator, McDaniels, he would have been a good hire. I just feel that
he's too much of a player's coach.
What's his name? The guy Dable they fired, right?
Yeah.
He was the number one offensive coordinator when the Bills had him, right? He was the number one offensive coordinator. They hired him, and he had one good season.
But I don't know, man. I just don't think this is gonna be too.
I think they need the structure. I think that's the thing. Like, I don't think Salah would have been good because Salah never knew how to develop the quarterback. Like, he never quite got the quarterback part right. And I think the Giants feel like they have a very good quarterback in Jackson Dart, and they have a really good group around him. They're hoping Harbaugh addresses the defensive issues, and they have a couple of good defensive players. But if you can build the defense around, they'd be all right. But I agree with you. I think they would have wanted to go for somebody like a hotshot young rookie quarterback. But
like Robert Saleh, man, was such a good coach, man. He's a
good defensive coach.
He was a scapegoat by Aaron Rodgers.
He did not get a fair shot in Jets, man. Robert Saleh is a really good young coach, man. That nobody's looking at, man.
Sure.
Even the guy that got hired the other day from Packers defensive coordinator.
Miami?
Miami hired. He's a good up and coming coach too, man. I'm telling you. Like, I understand they took a chance on Dable, but like I'm saying, dude, they should have went that route, man. Because think about it, man. Neighbors is not coming back till mid-season next year. Scadaboo might be ready in the beginning, but you're gonna rush him back. And then Jackson Dart, he's young. He's just, time, man. I mean, I don't know.
Honestly, the most hottest job right now is the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna take over?
Either Bills or Ravens. I think, so.
Dable is the favorite, they're saying, for the Bills.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to Bills because he's from Bills, right? He was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he was defensive coordinator.
So I'm not surprised there, man.
I don't know if they would.
By the way, your Lakers won.
Lakers came back from behind and won 115-107 in Denver. See, Tapas. Sorry to go back to this. A different culture. When we had AD, we were always losing in Denver, even in regular season. I understand. I'm not making a big deal, but I'm just saying, going to Denver and winning in this hostile environment, and we were down 14.5. So I'm saying different culture. I'm just saying, dude. Just saying,
Yeah. How many points did Jokic have?
He's still not playing.
Reeves is not there either. Reeves is not there.
Oh, that's right. Jokic didn't play.
Reeves not there.
Best player in the league did not play.
Reeves is not there.
We barely beat them with Luka and LeBron out there. Yes. Let's all clap for the Lakers. Gee.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's move into the Lakers. I have this really interesting stat for you, Kenil. So I don't know if you heard our previous podcast or not, right? I always said, the Lakers start off really hot. Lakers are looking really good. We have a bet, right? Noble bet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've always said, wait until LeBron gets back. He's going to mess up the team culture, and we're not going to be as cohesive as we are. We were 15-4 before LeBron came back. But what are we at now? We're at 25-16. So what's our record with LeBron?
I think they said, what is it, like 10-23 or something?
They're 10 and 14.
14.
So we went from 15-4, number 2 or number 3 team, depending on what we would, to a number 7 going into. So, answer me this: how we doing, buddy?
Hey, look, we're still top 5, man.
We're a play-in team now.
No, we're not, dude. We're number 5 right now.
We're ranked 7.
No, right now we're not in the standings.
Let's see.
I'm looking at updated standing. We're 7.
No, can't be, dude. We're behind Minnesota. Minnesota was 5th.
Minnesota 6.
Okay,
Phoenix is
you're
5.
5th. You're 5th right now.
Tappy, we're 5th. I don't know where you were saying you're reading.
5th.
No, we're 7th. If you update tonight's game, we're 7th.
We wanted it.
Oh, they haven't updated tonight's game. Yeah.
I'm literally on ESPN refreshing.
Oh no. Tappis, you're right. They're 5th because they have one less loss than Minnesota and Phoenix.
So right now, the way ESPN has it, it's OKC, Spurs, Nuggets, Rockets, Suns, Timberwolves, and Lakers.
No, so what I'm looking at is this: the Suns and Minnesota have 17 losses, and Lakers have 16 losses.
Yeah, so you go by the Lakers moving up because
but Suns have 27 wins, and Minnesota has 27. They have 2 more wins than us.
They played more games. So if
oh no, don't give me that. We'll look at the current stand. Don't give me how many games we've played.
Hey, look, Tab, we're talking about right now. We're doing the podcast right now. As of right now, we're 5th. I don't want to hear about.
We're 7th. Go look it up.
Doesn't matter, Kenil. By the time there's no way they're not gonna keep losing, right? They're starting their road trip now. So
yeah,
right?
we're 1-0.
So yeah,
we started off.
Let's hear it, Kenil. You know what? Actually, I'll do you a very generous offer. Okay, this is your one-time offer. And Amit is our witness here, okay? I'm gonna let you go back on our bet. Save you some money from Nobu. I'll let you go back on our bet. I'll avoid it right now.
Or choose another restaurant.
We can change it to Subway if you want. I'll let you do it one time.
I'll have my wife answer that.
Man, you gotta believe in your Lakers, Kenil. You're so confident about the Luka.
How about that? That can be a tease for next podcast. Amit will be on it because we played each other. There'll be a tease. How about that? A tease. Come back next week, guys. I'll tell you if I'm going back on my bet or not. Tapper's giving me this Willy Wonka golden ticket to go back on my bet. The golden ticket. So let's see what's gonna happen next week, and we'll break down the Seattle and the Rams game, who made the Super Bowl. And is it gonna be Sean versus Sean, or is it going to be
Mike versus Mike?
Mike versus Mike, or is it Mike versus Sean? We'll find out the Super Bowl, guys. We'll figure that out. How about that? Let's end it there, Tappers. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, we'll see you guys then. And next Brown Ball, we have a lot of questions to answer. I feel good about my nibbles. All right, we'll see you guys then.
Brown Ball's out.
All right.